Welcome to Hoops Junction. Vlad here. Today we're talking about the NBA releasing these 2-minute reports. It was getting out of hand last year, and once again the NBA is bringing it back. Now, I don't have to tell you what a stupid idea this is, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Listen, the Christmas Day game, everybody was watching it, and everybody saw that there were a couple calls that were blown. LeBron James should have definitely got a technical for hanging on a rim and wiggling like a damn worm on a hook. And Kevin Durant should have definitely went to the free throw line for Richard Jefferson stepping on his foot. And if you guys didn't notice, he pushed him in the back as well. It was a slight push, but he stepped on his foot and pushed him in his back. So KD should have went to the line. That being said, if those things offset, the game would have been tied, or KD goes to the line, he ices the game, whatever you may have you. But the NBA thinks it's so great that they're so transparent that we're going to tell you the last 2 minutes what we know that the referees messed up on. Stop the presses, ladies and gentlemen. Stop the presses. We already know this. We already know what they messed up on. Fans are not stupid. They know when the calls are not right. They don't, radio shows debate it. Me and you, we may debate it, but when we watch sports, we know when calls are not made properly. The NBA's way of trying to show that, hey, our game is genuine, it has integrity, and it's not rigged. But all of that being said, you can't prove that anymore because you had a referee back in the day who was taking money to rig games. And then on top of that, the past couple NBA finals, there have been many questionable calls, many questionable suspensions. In the past 2 years alone, we've had so much controversy in the finals. And it absolutely makes no sense. I know, we have LeBron, and we have Stephen Curry, and we had Draymond Green, and we had Kyrie Irving. We had, great players, star players. But most of it was WWF. It was just watching players go back and forth and calls not being made and people getting suspended. The past 2 years in the playoffs have been really, really awful for officiating. It's been horrible. Especially last NBA Finals, it was one of the worst. So you're saying that you're telling us these 2-minute reports to make the game better, show integrity, be transparent, but you're just making the referees look like fools. Kevin Durant went as far as to say this is bullshit. And LeBron James said he's not a fan. Nobody's really going to be a fan of making the people that are supposed to safeguard the game. You put the game in the referee's hands. You're saying make this game where no outside influence affects the game. It's just basically the players coming out with the outcome. But the referees have a big hand in it. And when you're saying that he made a mistake here or he didn't call this properly, you're just making the referees look like asses. And that's nothing to do because as fans, we want to make sure that our game is not rigged. We want to make sure that the integrity is at an all-time high. We don't want to see that a referee swallows his whistle, which we all know that they do anyway. But now we're seeing it that you're exposing the referees. What's next? And that's the problem with the NBA. They're showing us the problem. We all know there's a problem. You're highlighting the problem all day, all night, all day long. Show us your report for a corrective action. What did you do with the referee? What kind of training did you perform? And if anything, you don't have to tell us your business about if a call was wrong or if it was right. Give that to the referee and let the referee take some courses or some simulators so he could get better. He or she could get better at what they do. When I go to work, my boss doesn't say, well, Vladimir got this wrong. Look, everybody, I'm sending out this email. Vladimir messed this up. It's your turn to look what he did. And never make that mistake again. That doesn't happen. When the airplane pilot doesn't check so and so or whatever, that doesn't happen. That doesn't come out to the public. You see what I'm saying? That goes through the internal company and comes back to the pilot, and they get corrective actions to improve. The NBA, that doesn't happen. All they do is tell us fans, hey, he messed this up, she messed this up. Hey, what are you gonna do about it? That's it. What am I supposed to do with that? That's the bottom line. What are we supposed to do with that as fans, analysts, fans, whatever you are? What are you supposed to do about it? Nothing. The NBA, that's your job. Don't make us do your job for you. Instead, create corrective action plans to make these referees better. A lot of these referees have been officiating for 10, 20 years. And the notion of it all is they've seen it all. Well, no, you haven't seen it all because apparently you're missing calls. So if you're missing calls, you haven't seen it all. And if you haven't seen it all, that means there's room for improvement. There's room for improvement with everybody. Think about at your job, your boss or your leader or your lead is always pushing for you to get better. They're like, hey, you met metrics, but you could do even better. Hey, you did this, but you could do this even better. Hey, you're at a 90%, let's shoot for a 95. Hey, even students might have a B minus, a B plus. Teachers like, hey, push for an A. You have an A, hey, push for an A plus. You have a C plus, hey, push for a B minus. There's always room for improvement. I think the NBA is missing that point. They're not improving their officials. They're just making the officials look like fools. I would hate to work for a company. Every single time I made a mistake, they have to go to the sports center or release a report on my ass. And I'm just trying to do the job to the best of my ability. I already got a referee, LeBron, always flopping and crying about calls. I always got a referee, KD, falling on the ground because he got his foot stepped on. I already have tough decisions to make. And you're not making it easier for me if I have to watch the game right after and see the next day my name's in the report. That's foul. I think that's really foul. I think the NBA could do better than that. I think they could support their staff much better than that. Let me know what you think. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Peace.